leading to the UN Climate Summit in New York at the margins of the General Assembly, and then the COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan in December 2024. So if you would have a magic wand, so you would have no restrictions in terms of political decision-making, access to resources, human resources, financial resources. So it would be the ideal Aladino lamp for you at your disposal. What would you do? What would be the one key change that you would instill in the climate agenda so that COP29 will be much more successful and much more productive as, compared to the previous ones?
Okay, I can answer this in two ways, really. Would my having a magic wand imply being teletransporting in time?
Yeah, whatever you think. It's, limitless, no limit.
I can use, what I would have done if then, because if I had the magic power of touching my magic wand on a time machine, I would have transported the society back to the 70s and 80s. Because it turns out, even back then, the oil giants, they were acutely aware of the negative impact that their activities were making on the planet, on the nation. And I would have just really raised the society in general to the potential risk of that. And it's just like, if you have a cavity in your mouth, it's always better to do it at an early stage, because if you don't do that, you end up either at best with having a filling or having a tooth taken, or sometimes it's even more grave consequence. So that would have been easier to really to monitor and to implement back then. Now we are what we are. We're in. And that's why my second part of the reply is this. If I had the magic wand to do things now, but certainly I don't have one. I'm not a politician after all. Okay, but if I were in Secretary General's shoes, I would probably go as far as to really move forward in a much more decisive way. So much so that I would impose legal and regulations and laws, just really banning governments, prohibiting them supporting or financing, or banks financing and governments supporting